Manifesting feels amazing when you put an intention into your mind, you write your wishes, and you see them come into your life so fast. It feels so good, and you feel like powerful, and that you are like co-creating with God, you are in alignment. Everything is just so amazing. However, if you clicked on this video, most likely that you've been through phases along the years when you manifested things quite fast, and other times when it felt like this manifesting thing takes so much time and I don't understand why it takes so long, and I don't know exactly how to speed up this process. And it feels that whatever I'm doing, I'm going in the opposite direction instead of, towards manifesting my dreams and desires. If this happened to you, I have to tell you that it happened to me. And even lately, I felt, very, very kind of like disappointed within myself, because I'm doing all this video about manifesting. I manifested so many things. And lately I just feel that everything is just off. My energy is off, and manifesting takes so long, and it feels that things are going the opposite direction. So I wanted to make this video to tell you what I realized and why this happened, and how can we speed up the manifesting process by not slowing it down. Yeah, I know, it sounds very, very profound. We speed up manifesting by not slowing it down. And things that basically we should stop doing are the ones that I shared with you in the video about stop blocking your manifestations, the 5 things that I shared there, and that I realized that lately I was doing myself. And I have to tell you that in order to speed up your manifesting, you have to, stop doing those things, and also be very mindful of what you focus on, because what we focus on does expand. And without realizing, if we focus on things that we don't want, because that is the reality, and because sometimes we surround ourselves with people and we listen to people that tell us to be realistic and manifesting, it's not like this, is stupid, without realizing, when we start focusing on that, when we start listening to this kind of people, regardless if they're family, friends, people who are close to us, and we would suppose that they want the best for us, and they do. However, since they are a completely different frequency and they don't manifest in their lives what they want, when you look at their lives, you're like, this is not what I want, so why would I listen to them? However, if you stay in contact with them without even realizing, you start absorbing and adopting those beliefs, and you start focusing on their negative aspects as well, and it kind of throws you out of your alignment, and it makes it harder for you to manifest. So in order to speed up manifesting, just stop talking to and listening to people that are not understanding this kind of subjects, because the more you are going to try to convince them, because you want to help them and you want to share with them what you've experienced, the more they will try to convince you that no, that is not true, that it just happened a few times because you were lucky. And they might end up convincing you that you should not talk about this, that you should focus on other things, and you will get thrown out from your alignment, and they will be very happy, because misery loves company, and you're gonna basically slow down your manifestations. So just stop engaging with people who are not of the frequency of understanding these kind of spiritual things if you want to speed up your manifestations. And also, what I realized lately that I was doing is that I would, slow down my manifestations because I would focus on the good. However, then I would add the but, and then I would say the negative things. So even though I was focusing on the good, when we add the but, this and that, and some negative aspects, we're basically like canceling all the good vibes and just making this tug of war between what we want, what we don't want, and we're not allowing our manifestations to come because we speak about these things that we don't want and we add this but. So in order to avoid this, I realized that the best is to avoid completely the subject, the person, because when there is a momentum, it's hard to say, I'm not gonna think about this thing that I dislike about this person. It's hard, it's like you tell your mind, don't think of the pink elephant. You're gonna think exactly of the pink elephant. So just completely let go of that part, of that subject, and just focus on something else that really excites you. And also very important is to feel all your feelings, and in order to speed up your manifesting process is to keep your certainty that your manifestations are so close by, even though sometimes your reality tells you like, I'm just going further and further, things are going worse, I'm feeling worse. How can my manifestations be closer? When the reality, 3D reality shows you that, however, you keep your certainty and you know that this is part of the process, that usually before you quantum leap and you manifest the most amazing things, just a lot of other stuff start to crumble and it gets worse. Things get worse before they get amazingly better. And once you understand and realize that, and you're just like, okay, I understand it's normal to feel bad and it's actually a good thing, because that means that amazing changes are coming. I'm releasing everything that doesn't serve me and I'm ready to welcome the beautiful manifestations that are there, and they're just waiting for me to open the door and allow them. So yeah, in order to speed up manifesting, make sure that number one, you stay away from people that don't understand this concept, and you stop explaining them and talking to them about this kind of subjects and start to and try to convince them that no, manifesting is real and spirituality and all this. No, you just let them be, you let go, you just ignore them, and you focus on your own spiritual journey and what makes you feel good. And number two, because once these people start being negative, you notice it and it annoys you, and instead of focusing only on their good characteristics and positive aspects, we start to focus on the negatives. And once we bring both positive and negative, what we want, what we don't want, all the time in our minds and in the conversations, we're just slowing down our manifestations. In order to speed them up, we let go of what we don't want. It doesn't matter if the reality shows us something. You'll say, oh, but it's real. So what? There's so many things that are real. You want to create that again? If you want to create that again, then focus on that. If you want to create something else, then focus only on what you want. Because what we want expands. And in order to speed up our manifestations, is like, okay, we acknowledge what we don't want. From what we don't want, we create it more and better. We let that go. We stop focusing on that, talking about that, and we focus on what we want. Only on that. And what we focus on expands. And when we focus on the positive, the good gets better. And number three, we are at peace in the moments where it seems that everything is just going worse and worse, and we know that that is part of the process. and it's normal, and that is actually a sign that we are so close to what we want and to manifest things even more amazing and better that we imagined. And once we have this certainty and we keep this certainty, no matter what and no matter how hard things are getting and things seem to be in our 3D reality, then just like magic, one day, sooner than you actually expect and imagine, things just start to change 180 degrees, and all your manifestations start to, you know, come left and right, pour up and down from all directions in all aspects of your life. I really hope that you are gonna put into practice this video, because I swear it's gonna help you a lot. I tested it on myself, I realized this myself. And you have other videos about manifesting that are actually very useful as well. Check them out too. And of course, like, share, subscribe if you enjoy my content, and for weekly valuable content for a happy, healthy lifestyle, manifesting, living the life of your dreams, being, feeling, and looking your best always. Thank you so much for joining me. Kisses and good vibes always. And let's manifest fast everything that we want and more.